Hello StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Barcode and LettuceBrain on New Gettysburg, the latter edition. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the red Terran player, it is LettuceBrain. And in the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Protoss player, it is Barcode. So this is a GM level TVP that was on ggtracker.com. It's a pretty excellent resource for replays if you're looking for those. And let's get right on into it. Alright, so New Gettysburg, the latter edition. Holy cow. If you haven't watched the game between Gettysburg and Devention by now, go back and watch it, please. There is a link at the top right. I promise you will not regret it. Alright, so this map is pretty good for short games and long games as too. Just because this ramp is really wide and hard to wall off against Zerg, and just because there are so many different bases on this map. 2 Zelnaga watchtowers, top... Oh, just kidding, just the one. Right here at the top, there's this little narrow strip connecting the 2 bases on the bottom left and the bottom right. No other real way to connect these bases except going all the way up and around or flying over. You know how this works. And what do we got here? We got LettuceBrain throwing up a barracks, and we're going to get a Reaper, one of our new Reaper names. It very well could be, and it's going to be a Marine. Oh, LettuceBrain, you let us all down. Haha, did you hear that? It was a dad joke. I didn't even try to do it. It just came out. I think because I'm a dad. I think that's how this works. Cybernetics Core on the way for the Protoss player 1. Wait, did the font change in this update? Why is the font different for these labels? It almost looks like the StarCraft's mod, which I did just cast a game using that. So I'm wondering if that like seeped over or if I can change that. I don't like the new font. It looks weird. It looks wrong somehow. It's only for this workers, 14 out of 16. I'm not really seeing it anywhere else. I don't know. Is that different to anybody else? It looks very different to me. Like the font is differenter in many ways. I'm not going to worry about it for now. Not going to worry about it. Barcode does have his second Nexus on the way. LettuceBrain has Command Center 2 and a barracks. Getting a reactor here. Okay, the same barracks getting a reactor here. I made that very surprise sound when I said barracks instead of reactor, which is what I meant to do. And a third Command Center coming out for LettuceBrain. What? What is going on here, LettuceBrain? You going 3 Command Center with 1 racks in there somewhere. You are brave, man. Oh, it's over here too. Over on the refineries and the assimilators. That's where else I was seeing it. Robotic facility on the way here for Barcode. Not wasting any time with that robo facility. I can tell you what. Planning on doing some observers, possibly some warp prism shenanigans while we're figuring stuff out. And also getting another barracks. So no sign of factory play out of LettuceBrain. Going to try to hold any early aggression that Barcode sends his way using Marines, basically, or Marauders. Another barracks here. What is this? Just like a mass Marine? Marines are good against Stalkers. They're great against Zealots. It's just they're not good against things like Adepts or things like Disruptors, you know, higher tech things that Protoss are all about. I mean, get a couple Colossus out and you're pretty much toast. So there's the Warp Prism on the way for Barcode, getting additional gateways. Cybernetics Core is getting that Warp Gate research, which is so useful in all these Protoss games. And yeah, just a lot of Marines here. A lot of Marines lining up, guarding this ramp up into his natural base for LettuceBrain. Orbital Command on the way, getting an engineering bay, getting, that was going to be a tech lab that just got slapped down somewhere. Tech lab on that barracks. I don't know where else it would go, obviously. And getting stim. So is this like a mass Marine 3-base opener from LettuceBrain? I'm interested. I like to see weird stuff. That's what this is. This is a weird opener from our Terran friend. We'll see how it works out for him, though. Going for an assimilator here at his second base. And man, that font is killing me. It's so wonky. Third Nexus on the way for Barcode. Does he know? Does Barcode know that LettuceBrain is going for 3 Command Center? Possibly. 378, 394, and do it, Barcode. Do your thing. Throw down that Nexus. I believe you want to do it. You have a probe here. It's time. Oh, busy over here with this warp-in. Alright, so a Stalker warp-in. Forcing a cancel on a supply depot, killing a couple SCVs. Marines hoofing it all down here. They don't have stim yet. They don't have combat shield. And there's an Adept mixed in as well. Good pickup on the... Nope, that was a transfer. Transfer on the Adept. SCVs forced to fight for their lives and take that Adept down, and they do manage to do so. Nice job, SCVs. Marines really want to burn down this War Prism if they can. And good micro. on display from Barcode here. Holy shamoly. Marines, Marauders mixed in now. I like the Marauders better against the Stalkers than the Marines. But the micro is absolutely beautiful here out of Barcode. It is awesome. Keeping his stuff alive, getting his wounded Stalker back on home. What did he end up killing there? 4 SCVs, a Marauder, 5 Marines, and a Supply Depot for 1 Adept. That's all he's left so far. Look at this War Prism micro, Barcode. Barcode, you are a god. Look at this play. Look out, taking some shots from the Marine on the War Prism, though. The Marines really want that War Prism to die. Can't quite do it, though. That Stalker has 2 hit points and 4 kills. 2 and 4 kills. He is a veteran for sure. Observer here on the high ground, scouting out exactly what's going on here from LettuceBrain. I think LettuceBrain might actually try possibly to land on this island base, but the fact that there's a Warp Prism now is a bit of a damper on that plan. 3rd Nexus on the way for the Barcodes. What else do we got here? Observer heading on out, checking for additional bases, I suppose. And just Barracks. Barracks does have a factory now, does have starports, double pumping those medevacs. So just an early bio push from LettuceBrain, and I don't know if it accomplished anything really. I mean, he had enough units to deal with the Stalkers, but it would have been nice to have some tanks for sure. And they didn't have Blink either, so they weren't necessarily very dangerous to the tanks in and of themselves. Couple of Mortals here for Barcode, Stalkers, Sentries, looking a pretty good composition to me against Terran. I'd still like to see some Disruptors. Colossus maybe? Storm? Okay, I would prefer Storm. If you're going to get splash damage against a heavy bio Terran player, go for Storm. That is my personal preference. That's what I like to see in these casts anyway. Observer here making sure no drop goes between Team Red and Team Blue without the Protoss player knowing about it. And throwing up missile turrets along this left side is LettuceBrain. Just trying to make sure, you know, just making sure that War Prism doesn't come back to cause any more mischief. And actually going to land that command center in the traditional location for a 3rd base up along this right side. So LettuceBrain not really doing anything too odd after that initial weird build with just massive barracks in that 3rd command center mixed in there as well. But you know what? Able to hold off that attack. Has a pretty good army now here at the 7-minute mark. They've got Stim. They've got Combat Shield. The Marauders have Concussive Shell. Some Liberators coming in at the same time. Taking out an Observer in the air with the scan and the burn down does LettuceBrain. Barcode not worried though. Barcode's pushing out to meet this guy just with Stalkers. I don't know if you want to go straight Stalker against Marine Marauder with Stim. Get out, run. Yep, the Stalkers blink away. They blink away when they see what they're up against as they had taken the Xel'Naga Watchtower. More Marines, more Marauders, Medevacs coming up, joining this big ball of bio. Just wandering around the middle of the map right now, kind of holding map control a little bit. Not, you know, not crazy map control, but just enough to keep LettuceBrain, or to keep Barcode afraid of going outside. More Liberators coming in. How many Liberators are there? There's already 1. We're going to get 2 more. Make them 3. It's going to be the mass Liberator play. Polt is such a fan of. Polt loves that against Protoss. And it's so dang hard to deal with. SCV threw down a Supply Depot to block off his end of the narrow path. I wonder if he's going to do the same thing over here. He very well could. Warp Prism. Here's a big warping at the 3rd base. Get in there, Marines. Get in there, Marauders. Adepts trying to kill what they can. Nope. Marines, Marauders forced them to pick up and boost out. Can the Marines take down the Warp Prism? No. Cannot do it. SC, where are you going, LettuceBrain SCV? Adepts getting dropped. Bam, did he get that Warp Prism? He got the Warp Prism with the Stim. Nice job, LettuceBrain. It sounds like an insult whenever I say it, because LettuceBrain is actually, I mean, it sounds like an insult. I'm not insulting him, though. I'm just calling him by his name. Maybe I'll call him Lettuce from now on. Another engineering bay on the way. Got those Liberators continuing to get double pumped out of that starport. Storm on the way with High Templar. Yes. Yes, Barcode. Do that thing. Get those Templar. Plus 2 ground armor. Plus 2 ground weapons on the way for the Protoss player as well. But the Liberators are here. What you got? What you got, Barcode? What's the story, Barcode? It flows pretty well. It flows about as well as Wishbone does. The Liberator setting up defender mode circles here at the Xel'Naga Watchtower. I'm not sure that's where you want to be. I don't think Barcode is going to be forced to engage you up there by any means. 4th Nexus on the way here, and a 4th command center under construction as well. So both players just expanding up the left and right side respectively, as they are wont to do. Marines, Marauders, couple Widow Mines mixed in now with LettuceBrain. That seems new. And just a couple pylons just up here at a potential 5th base, weirdly enough. Liberators taking down that Warp Prism with Marine support. Another Warp Prism dies. 2 of them. You can't lose 2 Warp Prisms. 67 to 67 workers, 169 to 176 total supply. LettuceBrain has the lead as the Terran takes down a pylon. Here comes the Liberator defender mode circles of doom. Yes, get out. Run. Run, Barcode. Couple force fields come up, but it's just not enough. It's not enough, really. He's got Immortals, Adepts, a handful of Stalkers. Not much of this can shoot up except for the Stalkers. Yes, their upgrades are pretty good, and no, the Liberator count isn't insane. But you know what? LettuceBrain decides to back on out. Why are you going home, LettuceBrain? You had a nice little position set up. Widow Mines left behind are burned down thanks to the range of the Stalker and the sight of the Observer. Another Warp Prism. If at first you don't succeed, try again. That is what Barcode believes with all of his heart. Marine Scouts it, though. Oh, Marine Scouts that Warp Prism. Where is the anti-Warp Prism methods here? What's he warping in? What you warping in, Barcode? What you got, son? Warping in Adepts. All right. Can't argue with an Adept warping. Stargate on the way for Barcode. Is he going Tempest? I don't know. I don't know if I'm a fan of going Tempest against Liberators. Just as people have said, they shoot too slow. They don't do enough damage. They're kind of hard to target as well. Adepts walking right into this third base for Lettuce, though, and just going to town. SCVs running for their lives. Can't defend themselves now. These Adepts have +2/+2. They are dead scary. Liberators trying to set up and defend here, but not doing a great job of it. Marines trying to burn those things down. They Sonic transfer their way into the fourth base. That is a planetary fortress. Big old attack here, though. Marines, Marauders chasing the Stalkers away. Defender mode circles are up. Widow Mines getting some shots off. Adepts at the bottom are separated from their group. Marauders with stim. Oh, Adepts' worst nightmare, but leaving the Liberators a little bit exposed. Little Stalkers blink in. Take down one of the Liberators. Take down another Liberator. Take down the final Liberator. Nicely done, Barcode. Find that opening and exploit it. Yes, get in there. Take those Liberators out. And now, look, this army from Lettuce is not as scary as it once was. Not as scary as it once was at all. EMP tossed down. Ah, someone's going to be super happy about that one. There are ghosts in this army for LettuceBrain now. EMPing the army. Adepts, good concave here from the Barcode, and might straight up win this battle. Marines, Marauders on the ground, but outnumbered. Archon comes on in as well. Liberator gets burned down immediately. Blinking forward with the aggressive blink forward is the Stalker group. Widow Mines getting shots off, though. Oh, killing 2 Stalkers. Widow Mine with 3 kills. Nicely done, Widow Mine. And yes, Protoss won that battle. Again, I think it came down to the fact that he had ghosts with a nice EMP, and he'd taken down those Liberators earlier in the game. 6 Liberators have been killed so far. There are 2 on the field, but 2 is a lot better than 8. For sure. So I'm not going to say your opponent will give you those openings, Protoss players, but if they do, make use of them. Take down those Liberators. Make them priority targets with your Stalkers if they're left alone. And you should be okay in the long run. 5th base. Warping in here at the top leftish for Barcode. Still 4 bases for LettuceBrain. Throwing up another command center here. This is turning into a pretty heavy macro style engagement. More Adepts. Oh, it's canceling the Sonic transfer and going to try to force the cancel on this command center that is under construction. They get it. They forced the cancel, but the planetary fortress has 5 kills, and I assume those are all Adepts. Another transfer coming in. Adepts, are they going to finish that one? They do. They walk right into the 3rd base, trying to kill a couple more Adepts if they can. And I don't think they can. Not going to happen. Sorry, Adepts. 0 kills. Another Adept warp in here at the 4th base. But again, Planetary Fortress makes this hard. Yeah, they can take down the refinery. Yes, they can take down a couple SCVs, but that's about it. More Adepts trying to transfer in. Doesn't happen. They cancel that, and they get murdered. Warp Prism does not even bother really picking them up. Oof, another shot. Wow, these Widow Mines getting cleaned up, but taking some Stalkers with them. Taking them with them for sure. More Ghosts on the way for LettuceBrain. +3/+3 for the Terran army, and continuing to just quadruple pump Liberators right now. That's where he is with this. Quadruple pumping Liberators. SCV walks right past these Stalkers. Stalkers, not an attack move, I guess. They just walked right into Liberator circles, did nothing, and then blinked out. That hurts. Archon in the front, +2/+2, doing bonus damage against those bio. And yep, getting some splash on those Marines. Still alive somehow. Still alive with 5 total hit points and 0 shield. Those will regenerate eventually. Mothership on the way for Barcode. 2 Stargates. 2 Stargates on the way, and cannons coming in too. Do you actually have a fleet beacon? Yes, there is a fleet beacon here, but I don't actually see any Tempest. Maybe going carrier? I don't know. Liberator count back up to scary levels. 8. 8 of them are here. Backing up his Barcode. Does not want to engage in this. The defense looks pretty good for LettuceBrain. He's holding the center of the map and hasn't really been able to push too far. Another Adept warping at this 4th base can stand behind the mineral line out of the range of the Planetary Fortress and be just fine. These Adepts can. A small group of Marines and Marauders come in and burn them down from range as they were on hold position. And 2 of them get rescued. 1 of them end up dead. LettuceBrain pushing on and setting up those defender mode circles, slowly sieging forward. Adepts do not want to finish that transfer. I don't think they do. Are they gonna? They do! They finish the transfer and try to take out these ghosts. Big old storm on the rest of the army, trying to go up and take down that 4th base, and doing fairly well here, I would say, Ghost, but not enough for the Adepts to actually kill them. The Adepts do manage to warp on out of there. It's 184 to 191 total supply, 81 to 65 harvesters. Protoss has a ton of bases and a ton of workers right now. That might come back to bite him. +2 ship weapons on the way. That does affect this right here, the Concorde cannon. That does the defender mode circles, which means they do extra damage with that upgrade. 90 damage right now. I think it's 95 with +2. Oh, EMP. EMP on those ghosts. Very low on energy right now. Not looking good for LettuceBrain. Fantastic EMP, though. Well done, indeed. Storm on the bio. Tempest going to lose its life, but greatly weakening those bio, taking out a bunch of them as well. Just murdering them. 1 medevac in this army has zero energy, though. More medevacs come in for that situation. Ghosts trying to get some range and take out that pylon. We have a bit of a no man's land here. Mothership again, cloaking some stuff. Liberator tries to come in. There are the Tempest. There are the Tempest. Trying to burn these things down and actually losing focus. Like I said before, EMP's being thrown down all over this bio. And can he win that thing? No. Forced to back on out. Did I say EMP was thrown down on the ghost? That was not the case. Maybe some feedback was used. I don't know. Something happened there. Another base on the way for Barcode. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's a 7th base. 7 bases here as well for LettuceBrain. So these guys are macroing their hearts out to their heart's content. That was a revelation thrown down on nothing by that Oracle. That's interesting. Immortals with +3 attack, 65 damage versus armored. Which means you Immortal, or you Marauders, you're in big time trouble here. What do we got? We got dancing back and forth. We got maxed out army on both sides. But 82 workers for Barcode and only 65 for LettuceBrain. Ah, Widowmine. Widowmine takes down that Oracle, right? 3 kills on that Widowmine. Middle of Nowheresville. Sensor tower's on the way. Like I've said before, having a huge bunch of workers is not necessarily your helper sometimes. Because what it means is your opponent is able to get a bigger army, right? A bigger army value just because you have more workers. That takes up that supply cap to 200. So we'll see if that comes back to bite Barcode here, if he sacrifices some probes to get up the army size that he wants. Robotics Bay on the way, double robotics facility, warping in, +3 air weapons. For Barcode, don't see that very much. Widowmine doesn't get any shots off before getting killed by this air army. Liberator count, again, pretty darn good. 10 of them here, trying to take them out. But the Vikings, the Vikings for LettuceBrain are here for this storm. EMP getting tossed down on everything. Great storms on these bio, out-kicking their coverage a little bit. Another storm walking through them. Not the greatest micro here from LettuceBrain. Vikings getting stormed into oblivion. Are they all gone? Every one of the Vikings ends up getting killed there. The Tempests have got to be happy about that. Mothership here, too. Took a lot of damage from those Vikings. 6 Vikings at a time being produced by LettuceBrain. Terran ship weapons level 3 on the way, and 5 more ghosts coming up. This is a great TVP. This is some beautiful play. Revelation being tossed on down by that Oracle, trying to stand head-to-head, staying outside of the defender mode circles is what Barcode is trying to do here, trying to bait LettuceBrain out from the safety of those circles and actually picking up and retreating. Here is Lettuce. He leaves behind a sensor tower that gets killed. The Adepts trying to see what's going on. LettuceBrain is just straight up leaving right now. The Adepts finishing the transfer, but luckily LettuceBrain doesn't turn around to murder them. Sensor towers falling left and right here for Lettuce, standing right on in. And once the defender mode circles show up, the Protoss army backs on out. Tempest from range, again hitting them, just not quite enough to kill them. Again, the storm's wonderful. And there's the recall. So recall's back to his 3rd base. Barcode does, not feeling very happy about things. Gonna go back and think it over just a little bit. Man, that +3 ship weapon's gonna be 100 damage per shot on that defender mode circle cannon of doom. 100, you guys. Whoosh. All right, what do we got here? Left side, Protoss army still sticking with Adept, Immortal, Templar, Mothership, Tempest. That seems to be most of the composition here. Single Oracle for some Revelation to get tossed down. Terran army going Liberator, Viking, Medevac, Marine, Marauder, Ghost. with an additional base. That's an 8th base. Actually, these guys both have 8 bases, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Nope, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7. 7. 3 of the bases have not been taken so far. The gold base and the 2 island bases have not been touched by either player, which I find interesting. Usually somebody tries to take the gold, but this has been so hard fought. So hard fought, I don't know what to tell you. I feel like I like the composition from LettuceBrain here. The Vikings are so good against these Tempests, but the Storms may be better out of Barcode. Storming everything, feedback being tossed on down, Ghost dying everywhere, Storms on the entire army, but continuing to push through regardless. Are the Tempests all gone? The Tempests might be all gone here. Tempest trying to kill what they can. Ghosts pushing in as well. Immortals getting taken out by Marines, by Marauders. The scan and the gets out, does manage to recall just barely. Just barely recalls before that mothership ends up getting killed. She has 94 hit points remaining. It's 166, 175 to 154 army or total supply here. LettuceBrain has the lead. A feedback storm combo on that Templar. Tempest snipes down a ghost from range. Gonna get chased down by these Vikings and killed as well. More adepts warping on in. LettuceBrain pushing and decides to retreat. Decides to fall back to the defender mode circles that he's got up on these ramps, threatening that 7th base that Barcode has, but not quite in range to hit it yet. Tempest gone. Stalkers trying to blink in and do stuff. Adepts against Marines, Marauders, not very good on your own, guys. I know the upgrades are great for you, especially with that +2 plasma shields you've got, as all Protoss units do. That's great. And you know what? Maybe that helped them in that battle. Again, Tempest really, really want to kill these Liberators. Vikings come in and say, you know what? Not going to happen here. EMPs being thrown down on all of these units. The shields mean nothing now. Adepts getting warped in on the... just absolutely destroyed on that right side. Stalkers, Immortals trying to make things happen, but wandering into those circles of death. Again, 100 damage per shot. Immortal escapes with 8 hit points. With 8 total hit points. And the Stalkers come around the backside and finish off the Liberators. Whoa! Whoa, 1 Liberator remaining for the Terran player. He has lost 20 of them, lost 25 Vikings. This has been really hard fought. Absolutely punch, counter punch here. Who's going to come out on top? Barcode's going for Colossus. Barcode with extended thermal lance. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of Marines and Ghosts, and Colossus are pretty good in that situation. I don't know. I don't know. The Vikings are all gone. I mean, 4 being made at a time by Lettuce, so I mean, they're not gone, but they're gone. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Colossus are here, though, with extended thermal lance, with +3 attack. That is 15 damage times 2 per swipe, which means they still do pretty well against Marines, against things with low hit point counts, like Hydras and Lings. Just not as all-encompassingly destructive like they used to be against Roaches and Marauders as well. Stalker group gets picked off, pinned into a corner, blinks to escape here. Liberator sets up shop in range of a cannon at this 6th base for Barcode. That font is still here. Why is that font there? I didn't change the font. I still think it's that StarCraft mod bleeding over into my game. Seems possible. Ooh, so Disruptor Colossus for Barcode. All right. All right. That sounds like a lot of fun. We'll see how this thing goes. It's Stalker, Tempest, Colossus, Templar, Disruptor. Lots of sounding names here, and we're gonna do this thing. Maybe wait for the Terran to come up this ramp. Great use of scan by LettuceBrain, seeing exactly what the composition is and where it is. For Barcode coming down the ramp, losing a missile turret. Adepts trying to shade on in, see what they're up to, trying to split better than he has in the past. Nova comes in, kills a giant group of units, kills a couple ghost bodies flying everywhere, and morphing the Templar, merging them into Archons. Vikings again trying to do this thing, moving right on in here. Colossus burning through everything, though. Archons at the front door doing exactly what they want to do. Adepts coming from the backside, redirecting some of the attacks here. Nova's coming in, and bam! Nice Nova hit along that bottom side there. Ghosts still doing what they can to win this battle. Disruptors getting killed. Handful of Terran units remaining. Vikings trying to trace down these Tempest Marines, Marauders, trying to get those Disruptors as well. One hit takes out several Ghosts, and that's it. LettuceBrain is defeated. Barcode is victorious. Wow. Did he seriously win that? All right, I know you still want to play. Oh, he's left. Okay, he's left. We can bring back the sound now. Wow. I mean, yes, it was 197 to 117 total supply. Army looking pretty good for Protoss still. I mean, what did he have left? 4 Tempests, 3 Colossus, 13 Adepts, 4 Stalkers, 2 Disruptors versus a Ghost, 13 Marines, 3 Marauders, and 5 Vikings. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. LettuceBrain saw the writing on the wall. A Warp Prism was trying to fly in here and get murdered by these missile turrets here in the main base. But, I mean, it's not like 19 SCVs got killed, 3 probes got killed. It's not like LettuceBrain had been completely decimated. He still had a ton of bases. But I don't think he had the production facilities to keep up with what was going on from Protoss. And Protoss was going Colossus or Carrier. Wow, was there anything the Protoss player didn't make in this game? DTs. Did not make DTs. Didn't make Zealots. But I think other... Phoenix. No Phoenix either, but made a big old wide selection of units in this game, which I love to see. So well done by Barcode. GG Tracker said this might have been State. But again, it's a Barcode player. I don't know who it is. And if it was State, I'm very impressed by this play. So if it's him, maybe he'll let me know. All right, so that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself. Patrons! Nicholas Cheek, Sean Govin, Nick Riley, Josh Cornelius, Jin, Robert Farmer, KN, Matt Meermans, Hakon Marcus, Christopher, Alex Coffey, Ben Raboyne, 19 Day, Kith Carlo, Alexander Canaris, Complex, Ian Westbrook, Michael McIntosh, Sam Estagoy, Bo Brissett, Cale Anderson, Trevor Smith, Matt Hadin, GMP, Sik Kupada, Pedro Batsaris, Michael Wellen, Plaid, Henry Cooper, Clayton Knight, Jan Kodera, Kevin Chang, Rajiv Bhatt, link at the top right. Thank you. Bye.